Guys, hello YouTube. Really excited to bring on Giuseppe, my business partner, owners of BTX, and Deji's trainer, Simon. How you guys doing?
All good, all good.
Very good. Yeah. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. Actually, let's put it another way, not the elephant in the room anymore. He's lean, nimble, strong, athletic. Let's talk about Deji. So question for you guys, do you think he should have won that £1 million? Simon, being his trainer, what do you think?
I think he should have won that £1 million. He's done an amazing job, absolutely. Like the 10 weeks that we've had with him and the drastic change that he was able to achieve, I think he should have won that £1 million. There's definitely little tweaks here and there that we could have made along the way that just didn't pan out in the end. But he's absolutely smashed it. I think for the effort that he's put in and what he's achieved, I think he should have won that £1 million.
Just take off your top and then this sounds weird.
The thing is, KSI, his brother, doesn't care about effort, he cares about results.
Exactly.
And the thing is, if you look at it, very, very simple. He dropped 10 kilos of fat, smashed it all the way through. However, six pack, he had visible abs, but to get a six-pack, I personally think he needs to be leaner, and that's why he's doing another 4 weeks on the BTX. He's going to get the six-pack. And Giuseppe, what do you think?
I honestly think, very much as we were saying, for effort, 100%, there should have potentially been a second place for getting just right there, but I can see why he potentially didn't quite win it. Look, he went away before the 10 weeks as well to a week in Vegas. Had that not been the case, he would have 100% won it. Had he had 12 weeks, he would have won it.
I refuse to.
Oh, this brother is pissed.
I'm not pissed. It's my fault. I'm mad at myself. Because yeah, you're right. I had
6 months.
I had 6 months to do this.
And you started in May.
Yeah.
So he was just on the finish line. So for effort, maybe half of it would have been the fairest thing to do, but there is no such thing as second place in this bet, so unfortunately he's lost it.
That's true. That is true.
How did Deji come across BTX, and why did he come to BTX? Well, I can answer that question completely biasedly. He's coming for best of the best. Of course, he's going to come to BTX. But how did we come across Deji, and how did Deji come to us? Giuseppe onboarded Deji, and how? So what happened? What was the whole story behind it?
So whole story behind it was he was put in touch with us through Biospan, who was the company that has helped him and is currently helping him with transformations, meal prepping side of things. They mentioned we're the best, that he absolutely should be working with us. He set up a call with us, and I think 24 hours later, and we were on the call, him and I, going through the bet. What I thought was very interesting was the way he portrayed it seemed very, very low key, and my YouTube knowledge is not exactly up to scratch, so I was not privy to the bet, and I just genuinely thought it was a low key thing between two brothers that had kind of a bit of a bantery thing going on. And after the call, realized just how big of a deal that was to both him and his brother, and obviously all their followers.
Yeah, what a down to earth guy. I mean, being a bit sound like an old man. I actually heard of Deji, but not that well, and no KSI, etc. The thing is, I didn't know how much of a big deal was. I didn't really understand about the £1 million bet, and I think people want to know what was he like. I mean, when we first come across him, he was super down to earth. You had no idea how famous he was, right?
No, 100%. I knew of Deji. I didn't know about Deji's specific size of reach in the sense of YouTube, Instagram, just how famous he was, about the bet itself, the magnitude of it, how many people were waiting for him to either do this or not do this. He seemed legitimately very down to earth. He seemed a little dubious about the fact that he could do it, so he definitely needed the reassurance that from where he was, he could actually do it. But he seemed like he just wanted to be treated as a normal guy, did not want to have the red carpet rolled out in front of him. He just wanted to know, can this be done in the time that we have?
I mean, we did actually roll a red carpet out in the gym. He found it a bit strange when he first walked in.
He definitely did. He definitely did. I think that was a nice touch on our side, but he just wanted to be one of the guys. And that was honestly the first impression I had of him, was just how down to earth he was. Just how much of a good guy he seemed to be. I think he also kind of wanted somebody to have in their corner. He just almost had had him convinced that he couldn't do it, which I thought was very interesting. He seemed almost beaten before even getting onto BTX and getting on with it. So the fact that I reassured him that he was in range and he honestly could have done it, I think it was very reassuring to him.
Deji's great, absolutely, very down to earth, really easy to talk to. The sessions are sort of fly by very quickly because of the banter, but also obviously the hard work that we both put in. But really good guy. I really like him. Great to talk to, absolutely. Like,
yeah,
really
Simon's not just saying that. I mean, when I meet him in the gym, he's super nice, very low key, just gets on with it, works hard. The thing is, I think a lot of people, the younger generation, don't realize you don't become that successful by chance. It's not possible. I'm sure a lot of you are impressed by Deji's transformation. So you want to know about the process. How did we do it? The first question is his nutrition, because that's the number 1 thing. At BTX, we designed the nutrition together. I'm a nutritionist. I studied at King's College London nutrition. The whole team, we dialed in his nutrition. How was his nutrition, Giuseppe? What did we do?
So very simply, what we did with him was we put him on the most complete diet that we could, in the sense that we wanted to give him as many calories as we could at the beginning. We took away all the starches and we just kind of put in as much fruit as we could to get him that sense of sorry?
I was going to say sense of fullness, because low calorie.
Exactly.
High volume, right?
High volume food, correct. Also, the fact that there was a lot of fruit involved, I think, because he has a bit of a sweet tooth, it kind of gave him the sensation that he wasn't really putting himself through the classic chicken and rice, broccoli diet that was just going to be miserable for him for 12 weeks. And then
the protein important, right?
Yeah, that's absolutely. Everything that was designed was to make sure that he was in a position to succeed over the 12 weeks, meaning eating as much food as he could, eating as much protein and fruit as he could to make sure that he was shredding the weight without feeling too fatigued, actually completing the workouts, because believe it or not, we had to really put him through the paces. And so something that would support him while constantly losing weight.
Well, the most important thing is that what he's going to do, being in a calorie deficit, eating a calorie deficit, i.e. burning more calories than you're eating to lose weight. However, if you're just in a calorie deficit, starving yourself, you're going to lose muscle and fat at the same rate and end up the same body fat percentage. But with Deji, we wanted to make sure that we held on to muscle while losing weight.
Literally, before you start, what we'll do is go through your scan, take a look what we're doing, see how you look, see what we're working with, just go through that. Wow. Beautiful. You can know how in centimeters or feet?
I'm 174.
174. Cool, you want to grab these handles. That's it. Perfect.
Don't breathe.
Don't even breathe. Cool, take a step off. So, Deji, this is what we're starting with right here, okay? So the goal is to get a six-pack, right?
Yes.
We've got you. Okay, so you're 23.5% body fat. For most men, the body fat you're going to have is around 12%, 10%. So that's pretty doable as well. In 10 weeks, we can get you down about just over 1% a week, okay? So what we're gonna do from this tells your muscle mass, body fat percentage. It's really, really important when we get people in the gym is to basically measure everything. If we're not measuring anything, we don't know where we're going.
Yeah.
And particularly someone like yourself, when we're weight training, we're going to be putting on some muscle tissue as well. So someone losing body weight, we wanna make sure we maintain that muscle while losing fat. And Deji, the way we do that is lifting weights in a calorie deficit. Calorie deficit will make you lose weight. Problem is with that is you'll lose fat and muscle. The way you maintain muscle is by lifting weights while being in a calorie deficit. And you're someone that's quite time poor, you're an entrepreneur, you're working very, very hard, and that's why we use a meal prep company, Biospan, who you're getting your meals made for you. What we do is we give them the exact macronutrients and calories for yourself, and they'll build all the meals out for you. So really, really exciting as well.
Right. So that's why we gave them enough protein tolerance to muscle and made sure we're lifting correctly during the whole process, keeping them strong during the whole process, so you're just burning fat rather than muscle. And then we go on to the training part, which is vital, conditioning and strength training he did. So how many times a week was he training?
So he was training 5 times a week. 4 times a week he was lifting weights. 5 times a week he was doing cardio. Very, very simple. It's just a mixture of resistance training and cardiovascular training.
What was the cardio like? What was the cardio like? What was the cardio like?
So with the cardio, we did a mixture between a rowing machine and a ski erg machine. We usually have done interval training with that. So on the rowing machine, for example, it was 500-meter intervals. Do 10 intervals like that. On the ski erg, it was about the same. But yeah, it was just a mixture of that progressive overload with the resistance training as well, to make sure that he gets stronger every single session, ideally. And yeah, that's literally what we followed for the 10 weeks that we've had with him.
He worked hard. Did he work hard?
Absolutely. He worked super hard every single session. As much the whole sort of transformation and the change, it was as much as it was physical, it was also mental. His whole mindset has changed from the beginning. When we started to the 10th week when we finished, he became much more sort of focused on the hard work here in the gym, just sort of how he views fitness, how he carries himself in general. So yeah, absolutely. Like,
from a boy to man, right? I literally saw when I first came in, it was a completely different person. It also something he followed through with, because people give him a lot of stick. It's something that actually money can't buy. You need to put the work in himself, and that's why we can do our part and give him the whole plan, but he has to also stick to his side of the bargain, which he did, which has been fantastic. Talking about this, all talking about what Deji thought the whole process. Here's a few words from the man himself. Don't hear it from us. We're going to be biased. Listen to words from the man himself.
I want to give a massive shout out to BTX, as well as obviously you, and the big man himself, Simon. Simon is goated, so thank you, Simon.
Taking you through the paces, huh?
Honestly, he pushed me when, like, he pushed me past my limits, which was insane. Yeah. Like, there were times where I was just like, you know, those voices creeping in your head being like, oh, just give up, make an excuse. But then Simon, he just helped me, like, branch over that. So
did you think that the voice was getting louder or weaker as the weeks were going
on? Oh, weaker, 100%.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing.
The voice was just disappearing. I didn't even hear it. I don't even hear it anymore.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Okay, so how do you think that working with BTX has changed your mindset outside of the gym?
Oh, dramatically. Like, the way I'm thinking now is more, how you said, structured. There's no, before I would kind of just talk. Like, I wouldn't really think before I ever do anything. I'll kind of just do it. Right. But now I'm actually pondering a bit more, which is something that I never really used to do. My demeanor, people have already said it themselves, that my demeanor's changed. Like, I'm more mature.
You carry yourself differently.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, 100%. Like, the whole BTX Pro, everything has helped me massively. There's not one fault. So,
but interestingly enough, and this is something you and James, I overheard you discussing earlier on, no matter how much money you have, what you've just done and what you've just accomplished is not something you can buy, and that's why it's so impressive. So I just want to say, honestly, from all of us, incredible work. We're so proud of our work with you. Keep this up after we're done, because obviously we're just watching you from where you were, you know, from the first call that you and I had at the beginning, where you just you didn't know what to expect, where you are now, like literally inside of the 12 weeks being finished. Honestly, it's been incredible watching you and just develop into really just what you've done up until now. So just keep this up, and I think I speak from all of us saying that it was just an absolute pleasure working with you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Likewise. Thank you.
Thank you, Deji. Very kind words. Really, really appreciate it. We did force him to say that he actually did enjoy the process throughout the whole thing. I mean, maybe someone, nudged him a bit or threatened him a bit, but he did actually enjoy the whole process. So thank you so much, Deji. We're looking forward to the next 4 weeks. So guys, like and subscribe. We're going to put loads of information out there, loads of videos, busting all the myths about nutrition and training. It's going to be super, super helpful. And any comments you put down below, we're going to answer them, put them into a video. And again, click the link below. We have something very, very special for you. It's going to actually show you the process we do with Deji, training and nutrition. We're going to give you first dibs if you click the link below. Guys, thank you so much. And thank you, Simon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you guys soon.
See you soon.
See ya.